Yo, what's going on, toxic gamers? It looks like that the Lucia Bruna ended up leaking out once again. Motherfuckers are talking about the brand new leaks that just came out. You've probably seen it, like small gameplay was leaked out, the animations were leaked out, and then Rockstar, they took it down, confirming the leaks were legit. But we gotta talk way more than that, so let's actually get the shit show started. You don't have to like or subscribe, none of that, but shout out to the homie Hazard. Like if you want to, but you don't have to. Roll it.
It seems like the archetypal morally gray GTA character who grew up in a rough neighborhood, joined the army in his late teens, then went on to become a handyman, doing odd jobs for some shady folk. His official bio tells us all about the sort of person he is, someone who just wants an easy life, but things keep getting harder as he tries to fit in with the rest of civilized society. Oh, and the middle-aged man you see stepping out of the vapid Cara 4x4 at the start of trailer 2, well, that's Brian Hader, Jason's landlord and employer, as well as an old-school drug runner who's been active since the 1980s. These days,
he's gonna be like pain in the ass crack, definitely.
He moves product through his boatyard with the help of his third wife, Lori, who you can see in the screenshot right.
Man, motherfucker's having a hard time getting, like, first one, and he out here getting a third one, or he's on the third one, yo.
Here, and he's one of the many secondary characters who we're gonna get to meet in GTA 6. Our second protagonist, as well as Jason's love interest in the game, is gonna be Lucia Caminos, who has quickly become a fan favorite due to her exuberant personality. But putting the Gooner bait aside for a moment, it is worth noting that Lucia is gonna be the first playable female.
That's gonna get nerfed, bro. I'm sorry, but that is gonna get nerfed. There is no way. Otherwise, that's gonna take 2 terabytes of SSD, and many people don't have that capability or the SSD bandwidth. Nah, that ain't happening. That's getting nerfed, yo.
Female protagonist in the history of GTA, and that's certainly interesting here because we've never had a female ass kicker like her ever before. I mean, she clearly knows.
Nor did we had that kind of ass either. Pulse on that one, but yeah, no, that's gonna get nerfed, bro. That ass
a fight based on those official screenshots of her in a boxing gym, and in the trailers, you can even see that she's wearing a boxing glove necklace around her neck. The reason behind Lucia's interest in kickboxing is her father, who taught her to fight from a very young age, almost right after she learned how to walk, and that's also how she got herself into the Leonida Penitentiary, by fighting for her. So
you're telling me she's not gonna have like daddy issues? Bruh, ain't no way. Gotta have daddy issues, yo. Like, we need the main protagonist gotta have daddy issues. But yeah, Jason, he probably gonna have mommy issues. Yeah, that's a given. He's gonna have mommy issues.
Family. We can observe an ankle monitor on Lucia's leg and all the promotional artwork as well as the trailers, so this could be the game's way of restricting our movement and controlling which areas we're able to explore early on. Kind of like Red Dead Redemption 2, where at the start you can't visit every part of the map and things gradually unlock as you progress through the story. Aside from Jason and Lucia though, there are several other characters featured on Rockstar's official GTA 6 webpage, and one of them is Cal Hampton, who's Jason's friend. He loves conspiracy theories, which means he's kind of like a fatter version of Ron from GTA 5, and he's always snooping on Coast Guard communications.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have like UFO lore in this game, Bigfoot and all that. Obviously, we had that in like previous games from Rockstar. And the fact that they're gonna have like a conspiracy theorist, and then, yeah, that'll go be crazy. By the way, if you're into UFO content and all that, we do that on the channel as well. So yeah, no, I think that's great. I think that's great. They're probably gonna have that. So
and a bunch of private browser tabs open on his PC. Yeah. However, my favorite character from the official GTA 6 webpage has to be Raul Batista, because this guy looks like a walking Heat reference just with the way he's dressed. And then there's the fact that he's a seasoned bank robber as well. So maybe he could be our gateway to heist in GTA 6. I don't really know, but he looks awesome and he has this sort of commanding presence, so I'm guessing he's gonna play a pretty major role in the story.
Oh, definitely.
Next, let's talk about the map. We already know Leonida State is going to be much larger than the GTA 5 map, but how much larger do you think it'll be? If I were to hazard a guess here, I'd say around 200% bigger, so approximately thrice the area of Los Santos plus Blaine County combined. And we can sit here speculating all day long, but there's a community of highly dedicated fans who have taken it upon themselves to manually scroll through every single...
so this map has been made based off of the 2 trailers that are out, obviously, but alongside all the leaks that we've received, and recently there was a new leak as well, which I've seen a little bit of it, but not like fully, and they took it down as well. Rockstar took it down, so apparently that confirms it's legit. It wasn't anything crazy big though. It wasn't as big as the first leak that we saw, I believe, back in September of 2022. So yeah, more than 3 years ago, guys. Oh shit! That is insane. And obviously the game got delayed a couple of times. Now, at this point in time, they're saying it's going to be coming out on November the 19th, 2026. Let's hope it's not gonna get delayed any further than that. Really quickly, I gotta take a second to shout out all of you guys out there, especially the homie Ego, Josh Bona, Slim Pickens, and Jima for becoming brand new members alongside Jims, All My Coffee, Van, Miss Bond, 0017. Thank you guys so much for all the love on the channel, for all the blessings, even though you gotta do none of it, man. But those of you that choose to, appreciate it. Welcome to the lounges, man. Alright, let's get back to the content here. Boo, roll it.
Frame from the trailers, every single screenshot from the GTA 6 newswire, and they've laid it all out on this community mapping project right here.
It would be shocking if the map doesn't turn out to be that way, because like people have the game has been leaked like crazy and leaked to hell, and everybody's like poured in effort to make that map up. So if the map isn't anywhere near that, then that's gonna be crazy. But I doubt it.
Map, which is currently on its 8th iteration. You can't see everything because the map is only made from the data available through the officially released material, but these guys are some real geniuses because they've geolocated actual real-life buildings in Florida from the buildings shown in the trailer and screenshots, and they've separated these in-game buildings into both confirmed and speculative categories so you could see exactly which landmarks, roads, and railways are where. Right now, we've got 6 confirmed locations that'll be in the GTA 6 map. First is Vice City, obviously, which is Rockstar's parody of Miami, and it's on the southeast side of the map. Then there's the Leonida Keys, further down from Vice City, which is an archipelago that's clearly based on the real-life Florida Keys. We also have the Grass Rivers just above Leonida Keys, and this is a marshland full of gators and mangroves, which is inspired by the Florida Everglades and Cedar Key. There's also Port Gellhorn on the western side of the map, and this is an old city port which is based on real-life Panama City and certain Bay County municipalities like Callaway as well as Springfield. Then in the
I wonder like if we're also gonna have South America or not, because the initial leaks back in 2017, 2018, they did say that yeah, the game is also gonna have South America too. And the plot was always like one one female, Bonnie and Clyde story. You know, gonna have Coco in the game, a whole lot of that. So yeah, I mean, it made sense, right? And maybe, yeah, the official locations are gonna be these 6 places, but maybe in the prologue or later down the road in the game when you're maybe halfway through or maybe toward the end or something, yeah, we may go to a different city or a different state or a different continent for that matter. Maybe we go down to South America. I think that would be cool, having like different areas, just like how in San Andreas and I believe GTA 4, was it GTA 4? I mean, in GTA San Andreas, you go back to Liberty City, but there was another, yeah, I mean, GTA 5, we had North Yankton. So yeah, I wouldn't mind like areas like that that are kind of like secretive in nature, and then you actually go visit them and it's like, yeah, it's cool. But I hope once you visit them, you actually unlock it permanently on the map so you can always take a flight there. Because yeah, why put in extra effort to make an area like North Yankton and have it just for a little bit? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know, like, it enhances the, I know, guys, it enhances the gaming experience, but what I'm saying is that, like, once you go to a specific area that is not on the map, you unlock it, and you can always access it. I think that's cool, though, you know what I'm saying?
Middle of the map, you've got Ambrosia, which is the industrial heart of Leonida with its old sugar refinery, and this is right underneath Lake Leonida, which is the big central lake where you'll probably be able to fish. And then we finally got Mount Calaga all the way up north, and this is supposed to be sort of a natural retreat hotspot on the map with places for hunting, fishing, kayaking, and mountain biking. Probably a drug running hotspot too, as it's right on the border between Leonida State as well as Gloriana State, which is supposed to be a parody of Georgia. Now, let's discuss the story. What is GTA 6 story going to look like? Well, we know next to nothing about the various plot points and characters, other than what Rockstar has shown us in their newswire and trailers, and I don't want to get too much into speculation here with this video. However, based upon info from GameRoll on Twitter, a chapter-based progression system is very likely here, very similar to RDR2, where the story has 6 main chapters and 2 epilogue chapters. And why should you trust GameRoll? Well, he is the same guy who leaked Jason as well as Lucia's last names well before trailer 2 dropped. Yeah. So I think he might have some legit insider connections, or he at least knows people who are involved with the QA and testing process. GameRoll also mentioned that there are over 700 stores for players to
enter. This is where you lose me, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't think there will be 700. We talked about it a million times. Unless, like, a lot of them are basically, like, similar, like copy and pasted areas. Yeah, but 700 enterable stores? Nah, that's very, very tough, guys. Like, listen, we're not on PlayStation 20. We're still on PlayStation 5, so
enter and rob, indicating that GTA 6 is centered around robberies rather than big scale heists. Those heists will still be in the game, but store and diner robberies are something that you will be able to do at any point without some big scripted planning phase with a bunch of cutscenes. And he also stated that malls are functional, which means you can enter inside and purchase stuff or even rob them if you want. And based on this Discord screenshot, GameRoll does suggest that you'll get 3 options for robberies. Either you go in with Jason or Lucia individually, or you can take both Jason and Lucia in at the same time and switch between them seamlessly. There are also some new gameplay mechanics that I want to talk about, and once again,
so yeah, I think that would definitely increase the replayability for the game, right? And especially if you have multiple different endings. You guys want multiple different endings, or you just want one canon ending, or you want multiple different endings but with one canon ending? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind either, but yeah, like, but definitely, right? Like, if the ending is the same, but throughout the game you can, I guess, play as Jason or Lucia or both. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be increasing the replay value for some folks, because there will be some folks that would wanna like replay and try out different options and see like what would be the outcome if they were to only play with Jason or Lucia. So yeah, people wanna know that, but majority would be like, yeah, whatever, right? Like, I just wanna play the entire game in one go. Sometimes I'll play with Lucia, pause on that one, so, or unpause, what am I saying? Sometimes I want to play with Jason. Yeah, big pause on that one. Yeah, that's where I wanted to insert the pause, the pause card. But yeah, no. So yeah, I guess you get it, right? Like, generally speaking, like, people aren't gonna be like replaying over and over. People would play the entire game, and maybe, you know, a month later, a year later, they will go back to the game and maybe play with different settings. So that's like the general public. But if you're like a trophy hunter, achievement type guy, then maybe you're gonna do it right off the get-go. But
and the vast majority of these are taken from the official GTA 6 document, which itself is constructed from mechanics and items that fans have observed in the 90+ leaked gameplay clips. First, let's talk about items. There are a ton of new items here that we've never seen before, like the immobilizer bypass for stealing luxury cars and supercars. Then there's a USB drive, which is presumably there so you can insert viruses and malware into target PCs or computer networks. There's also a tracking jammer, which might be used to prevent the police from zeroing in on your GPS location. We also have a duffel bag and backpack, which indicates a limited inventory size, similar to Red Dead Redemption 2, where you can only carry a few weapons on you at any given time, and if you want to swap out weapons, you have to return to your horse and select new guns from the
WRL. I prefer the older system. For Red Dead, this works. This is realistic. That's good. For Red Dead, I think that's good. But for GTA, nah, keep it like the same old, bro.
Saddlebag. This theory is further supported by the weapon wheel, which does show individual slots for each hand, and you have a primary, secondary, as well as melee weapon. There are also 2 different types of healing items, trauma kits and painkillers, in addition to regular food that you can consume to regain health. Does this mean we'll have temporary and permanent damage, or even bleed damage? I don't know, but that could be really interesting. We'll also be able to switch which shoulder we shoot from, and both protagonists will get special abilities. Jason's special power is a combination of Eagle Eye and Deadeye from Red Dead, and Lucia's special ability appears to be related to hacking, although hers isn't necessarily confirmed in the document itself. We'll also be able to sell cars and art items at fences, and there's also a money laundering icon on the map. So who knows? Maybe we'll do some money laundering activities as well. There's also going to be a weight and muscle system where you can gain weight, lose weight, become jacked, or become skinny, all depending on what you eat and how much you work out.
Man.
And I think it would be really funny here if he got too fat and couldn't even attempt certain missions, like in GTA San Andreas, where CJ can't start Green Goo or Black Project if he's too overweight. The leak.
Yeah, way too much fat phobia right there, or fat phobic there. Yeah, GTA San Andreas was fat phobic, yo. Obviously, I'm joking around, but no, that was funny. And yeah, I mean, that made it like a lot more realistic, though. Yeah, I hope we have that feature. That would be funny.
Clips also show your player character carrying bodies, similar to Red Dead Redemption 2, so it might indicate an actual stealth system here where you take out enemies one by one, then hide their bodies in a dumpster or closet so nobody detects you. You can also rob random customers while holding up a diner or store, and you can even threaten them and talk with them so they don't report you to the police. Weapons can also be dropped or picked up, and you're able to command your partner in the middle of a firefight or robbery, so you can tell them to fall back, take cover, assist you with healing, or you can even tell them to surrender. And the biggest change by far here is the NPC and police AI, which appears to be much better at controlling groups of people. Previously, GTA NPCs would pretend to be in a group, but really they were all running.
I guess the biggest gameplay change that we're gonna have is gonna be to do with the NPCs and the AI. The AI will be taking over NPCs, the police NPCs and all that. And I think that would be good. remains to be seen. But did you see this video though? If not, check out this video on the screen because the stuff that Shiva's caught doing, crazy. Check it out and I'll see you there.